Hi, everyone. Welcome to another Toy of the Day here on CastorsCorner.com's YouTube page. Head over to the website. We'll have a full gallery up in a few minutes after this airs. And tonight we're taking a look at the Last Night on Earth wave from McFarlane Toys. We had originally, this is what happens. I actually planned the whole week out. I took all the pictures. I got all the posts ready. And sure enough, I found new toys that really deserve to be looked at immediately. So we pivoted. We took some pictures. We're putting up the post shortly, and we'll move everybody one slot down. So I looked out. I happened to know the DPCI for the Target wave. Went into one Target, got the runaround. They checked, and they showed one store was in stock of 6. And I knew that store had nothing earlier in the week, so immediately went there, walked in. They had 4 pallets of toys just hanging out, and I saw the Todd McFarlane Spawn logo on one of the boxes, and it said Last Night on Earth. And I asked them. They opened it. They gave me the set. So it's a case of 6. It's one of each of everybody, and then an extra Omega and an extra Bruce Wayne Batman. Which one is he? I guess Batman, just Batman. And so each of them came with these cards, of course. Now, here's the funny thing: we've got cards for everybody except the Build-A-Figure now. So now that he's actually doing Build-A-Figures, we're not going to have a complete set. So that's kind of an interesting thing because he puts cards with everything because it's the 90s. But I think it's I thought it was a solid wave going in. I have a couple nitpicks here and there. We're in year 2. This is officially year 2 of McFarlane's run on DC. It's the 3rd Build-A-Figure wave. So the first one's a Batmobile. They scrapped that. The second one was Merciless, and that is sitting next to me on the floor. I haven't took photos yet. And now we're at wave 3 with Bane, and it's not without its issues. I really hate the idea that we have to, as collectors, pay for a learning curve for some of this stuff, because I don't know. I could be completely wrong, but the idea that we're paying for them to figure out how to make toys is kind of sucky. I mean, I'm just going to say it point blank. I thought my least favorite of the wave was going to be Omega. He's actually my favorite. And the Batman in the straitjacket, which I thought was going to be my favorite, is actually, as far as the figure goes, my least favorite. So we kind of flipped there. So I guess we'll start with that Batman. So he comes with Billy Club here. He comes with the Joker head. See if you guys can get that. Try to refocus on me. Thanks, DJ. Billy Club. I like the design. The design of the character is great. Now, where it falls apart is all the joints. First of all, they are super, super loose. Almost every single joint is just kind of floppy. The other thing is they put these weird breaks. So I don't know if it'll really show up, but like the lines of the toy really gets broken up with the, looks like just like a giant like half circle. It gives them a decent range of motion, but it also kind of just breaks the elbow. Like it's almost if like instead of bending your elbow, like on a different figure where you keep the curve of the arm, this one just kind of breaks it in 2 spots. Same thing with the knees. They kind of just break it rather than curving it around. So instead of making that part of the joint. So I think the Joker head's really cool. I like the Billy Club. I like the details on this guy. I like all the buckles and belts and things that are on him. Really well incorporated design. So I guess kudos to whoever designed it in the comics. I guess his Billy Club can fit on his belt. I did not notice that originally. Let's see how that looks. So it can fit on his belt. So that's pretty cool. But then once you put him in a static pose, he kind of loses a little bit of the shine. So each of these guys comes with their own figure stands. Let's see if I can get him to stand without falling over. So Wonder Woman was also a pretty cool figure. I think my biggest gripe with her is that when it got to the belt, so here, instead of painting this side, instead of painting all the details on the belt, it's just a solid piece of blue plastic. So her knife, the hilt of the knife, the blade of the knife, everything that's on there is just blue. The sword does get in the way a little bit, but it does come off fairly easily. It does come out. And I think she just looks cool. It's a really cool design. I'm really happy they did it. I like it to kind of complete the wave itself. I like the buzz cut on her, the mohawk. It looks better on her than some other people that review toys. Yeah. So I think this is a solid figure. I think the face art, face paint, the design, the sculpt, everything about her is great. I just wish those painted details looked a little bit better on her, but I think she's pretty solid. I really do. There's her. I guess we'll do Omega. I think the lines on him are just really cool. You can really pose him out. Thigh cuts, of course, Todd, come on. It's 2021. Like, we need thigh cuts on these guys so they can pose a little bit better. But he's got a decent amount of articulation, decent way to do it. He's got fists, and he comes with and you'll see it in the pictures. He comes with the kind of claw hand, and then the grippy hand. So I think the sleek design, I think the posing, I really like the mask on him. I think of all of them, I think they look the best. He looks the best. Even the shorter cape looks really cool on him. So he's definitely a standout for me for the wave. And then we get to the last two figures, and they're kind of a pair. So it's the Build-A-Figure plus the Scarecrow. Scarecrow fits on his back really well. I think they did a really good job putting these guys together. Pops right off. There's a big hole in the back for him to sit there. Scarecrow, his intestines pop out, and that's the peg that you tuck back in when you don't want to do that. He does come with a flight stand that you can kind of tuck under the jacket so he can look like he's floating. I don't know if this is on purpose, to be honest with you, but mine does. The mask does come off, so it can be separated out. It's got the gas mask on it. Looks kind of cool. And I think what's underneath it is really cool sculpted work that I don't know they necessarily had to do, but they did. So I really like that. And all of his fingers are syringes, theoretically filled with fear-toxin. So I think they did a really good job. And there's 3 points of articulation, or 2 points. So you can move the 2 bottom fingers and the 2 top fingers to kind of get different poses there. So I think he looks pretty darn cool, honestly. He's got a big hole in the back of his head, though, to kind of accommodate that mask piece, to keep it in place. And he comes with the noose. So I don't know. I think he's kind of cool. I think it kind of worked out. And then Bane. Bane's a big boy. I've seen a lot of criticism online over this guy. He doesn't I don't know. I can't really he is massive compared to the other. I thought this was big. This is freaking huge. It really doesn't come across on camera. It really doesn't. It does not come across how cool and how big this guy is. The texture on the tank top is really good. I actually thought in the package it was fabric, soft goods. I had to take it out to realize that it wasn't. The colors on him really stand out. I think that's the really fun part. He's all black and white, and the belt, his eyes, the Venom on here really kind of pop on this black and white look for him. Now, where are the problems? Okay. So the elbow articulation cuts into the forearm here. Because of that, they couldn't extend the wrist peg. So any movement of the wrist in the peg, it's going to pop. I have not been able to find any way to permanently keep this in. So usually if I want to pose the wrists, I take it out, I put it in the position I want it to be in, and then I put it back in there. And then if you want to move it back, you either have to really push it in or it'll just pop. It's really not that stable. So just keep an eye on that. If he's been too long, if there's too much gravity, because they're heavier pieces, they kind of tend to start to slip. I understand it because they wanted to give him elbow articulation. And when you really look at the forearm, you can tell that this piece here, I don't know what you'd call it, but the elbow piece that extends in here, if you extended this anymore, it would literally drill into that piece. So if we want our elbow articulation, we got to deal with these smaller pegs. I'm sure there's a better way to do it, but they didn't figure it out. Hasbro had the same problem with Crimson Dynamo. When I talk about Crimson Dynamo, we'll talk about it. Same problem. So it's these bigger guys with these bigger arms that really stick. Now, the other problem was the arms were fine to put in the sockets, to be honest with you. I had no problem putting in the arms or the head. The legs, you do have to heat to get them in. But again, they, oh no, this one's staying pretty good now. But they have the same issue. They didn't go too deep. It is not that deep of a pocket or of a lip. So they do pop rather easily. They are going to hold the weight of the figure. That's not a problem. But as you're posing him, as you can see, as you're posing these legs out in any way, shape, or form, you're going to have to deal with it popping. It's not a game. It doesn't ruin it, but this is definitely a collector's piece. I mean, if you look at him, the guy's in a straight jacket. This guy's, in a tank top. He looks like he's dead. Scarecrow looks horrible. Straight jacket. I don't think these are necessarily marketed towards kids. These are definitely marketed towards collectors. But as a collector's piece, you're going to have to be careful with them. You're just going to have to treat them very, very gently. The big bruiser's going to have to have kit gloves on there. So overall, it's a really solid wave. I like it. I don't think there's I almost picked these, but it's too much on comics. Didn't really like the Wonder Woman. Sorry, we have comments. Want to get the Bane figure. Yeah, I think Wonder Woman's one of the more solid figures, to be honest with you, in this. Bane's really cool. And the Scarecrow edition, I think, really makes it. I'm not sorry I picked it up. I'm really not sorry because they were on sale this week for $20. So if you can find them this week, that's your best bet. If I were to pay $30 at GameStop for these guys, it would not be worth it. But $20 at Target, whenever they come to Walmart, I think they're worth it. But not much more than that. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I know this was a longer one too. But again, we did a whole wave here. So thanks for watching. We're going to reshuffle the week. I don't know who was supposed to be up today. Remember to go check out our website for a full gallery of these figures. Make sure to, I write it all down. We're going to do, Transformers. So we'll move Transformers tomorrow. Go to the website, check out for a full gallery. We did a full gallery shoot with these guys. I don't know, 20, 30 pictures. Remember to check out the podcast. Follow us. We're at Kastor's Corner. Remember to hit the subscribe button below. The more people we get, the more we can do. That's the best way I can explain it. The bigger numbers we hire, the more companies talk to us, and they want to give us stuff or send us stuff or talk to us so we can do some interviews. Check out the podcast, our 15-year anniversary, one-on-one with Bill, talking about our journey through this. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Unless I find something tomorrow in a snowstorm, we'll be talking about some more Transformers. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.